game, and I got my paycheck, so I figured, why not? Confirm? No, I have not. Till the computer is barely visible. Oh, right there. This is a lot of questions. It is... Oh no, what does this go in? Oh, okay. It's 12-hour format, not 9:23. I'm gonna wait till 9:24 now, though. Just so I can be right on the dot. This is so weird. I got a few seconds. Okay. There. Okay. Back to promoting myself on Instagram. Oh shoot. I need the code for myself. No, I hate when that does that. Discard. Okay. Okay, let's retry this. Then add the link. This takes a little bit. It's so weird seeing like the computer screen and everything like that. Cause it just keeps going. Okay. I have updated that. Alright, let's get started. The end is never the end. Wait, oh my god, no, the end is never the, cause then wait, no, the end is never, and then it repeats, cause the end is never, it's, oh, I hate that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yippee!
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year.
I'd quit.
And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
No, I'm not.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his
Oh,
office.
hey, I'm playing Stanley Parable now. Crouch. And this, can I do anything else? Oh. Ah. Why do two buttons do the same thing? I'm just waiting for the narrator to get mad. No? Okay, I guess I'll step out then. Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What does that say? What? Oh! I can touch stuff. Why is it that whenever...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Why does everything sound like a keyboard? Besides the doors. Interesting, interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But I wanted to enter the door on my right. Do I listen to what the narrator says? Because that's no fun. Fine, I'm just gonna do it. Because, yeah, I was gonna say the door is gonna close after me.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who is changing the slides? Hello? What? Numbers of slides on the slides. Oh. Rate of which charts on the same slide depict the same information. All of them. I'm not sticking around for this. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, I find plenty of reason to be here. This place is so interesting. I bet this is where I take my break all the time.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As
there
it
is. The
he's
door.
Literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fine. I want to be back for that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Whoa! This is so creepy. What the frick? Hold on. Hold on, there's a car here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
I have a room with rats.
None of it made any logical sense.
Rats make me crazy.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
No, I think I made a mistake. I want to go
back.
back.
Soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Oh my god, the narrator. I'm sorry. Okay.
He began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all.
Oh, I pressed the X button so many times this is you can't jump.
He hadn't asked himself sooner.
Get your first.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
this is going to drive me insane. I'm sorry, I made the wrong choice, okay?
The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this
Do I need to
was a
restart the
dream.
game?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
What?
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
I have a wife?
My job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am?
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
The one time...
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
I'm
although
dead?
She would soon turned to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy
Wait,
people
I'm
look
dead.
like.
Do I need to
And in that moment,
restart?
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So
I'm sorry.
It was only a
Do I
moment
keep
that she
sitting here
stood
through
there,
this, or-
staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wait, why did she... You're not gonna call the police for me? I'm dead! The end, okay, the end is never, so I just needed to wait. Got it. Got it. Do I restart? Can I go sit in the broom closet again? Hello? Yay, I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed the memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not going through a whole nother thing where I'm going through the door on the right, yada yada.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
This is the broom closet. Why is there only one broom? Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why is this mirror so dirty? What is the point of this? What? Oh. Scared me for a second. Okay. Hello? Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office,
What?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck? Down I go then, I guess. This is kind of creepy. I got shivers. I heart Miguel Ojeda.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But that's so tempting! Is this the door? Will it close on me?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley met his violent death.
Never mind. No. No.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it, and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Yeah, I don't want to die again. The first time was... death was too long.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the... Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013...
I fell!
Getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
This is so unhinged.
Like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track,
is an ending.
Good job, you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
I didn't even jump on the catwalk.
Used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good
Lord
job,
help
you
me.
did it.
I need how to hear. Oh. God. It's freaking fantastic. Smiley face. The one time he used my story, it's me being a simp. I'm tired of being here. back at my office at my crummy job.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what's correct?
Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Key card.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. Is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But I like the color blue more. Oh. You know what? I've already gotten this far. Fuck it.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Do I do it again? Do I dare? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh. Oh, you know what? You know what? I don't want... you know what? Yeah.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Nope. It's... Was it death?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Is this
if
death?
we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
The narrator happy, huh? Do I really want that? I don't know. I don't think I'm a fan of the narrator being happy. Do I let him be happy? Not sure. It is quite beautiful, though. How long does this go on for? Until those end, or what? Do those end? You gotta think so eventually. Can I? Well, I can't walk off. That's good. That's good. They're green now.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Do I just go back then?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there, hmm? Just stay here.
It's very beautiful.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Sorry.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What
Maybe.
about this isn't getting through to you? Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
One.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Will I survive this one? Cowabunga.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Well, yes, it is beautiful.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah, but I feel like the game doesn't really continue. So it's time.
No, perhaps not.
Look, if I just sit there, I'm gonna die either way, okay? That's really all that happens.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
I'm sorry.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh, this is killing me in the inside. I'm a people pleaser to the day I die. And it looks like I'm dying. Oh.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So. Let's get this day over with narrative.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what? I have a few options.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
So
doors,
let's
this
do
was
this
not
again.
the correct way to the
Let's
meeting
do this
room,
again.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's go through there this time.
Look, Stanley,
You know what? No,
I
let's
think
jump
perhaps
down.
We've gotten but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, next time we're gonna go up. We're gonna go up. Oh. God. This kills me, but it's so funny. day again, yay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
The narrator's getting a bit
When
unhinged.
Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Where exactly do I work?
I realize that investing in your trust
There's
in
a lot of
someone else can be
packages here.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? Who?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah. Ta-da.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my god.
Choice.
That's such a video.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario,
this moment to
a
text my
hypothetical
friends.
real person named Rupert has a choice.
Like
he could invent a machine
Stewie
that
Griffin's
eliminates
teddy
food
bear?
shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their
My
thought,
dad's not real.
then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Oh, I thought my PlayStation died on me for a minute when it turned blue. Practice. Do I hit something?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis
I'm supposed to
is the
practice
best
in real life.
start to a healthy decision-making process.
You see, I'm not
Most
paying
medical
attention now.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh? Oh my god, and there's safety gates.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately,
wait, is that a door over there?
This place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Hold on. How do I get down there? I need to get down there. How do I get down there? There's gotta be some way.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I guess.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? There'd be no point of going through the right. I'll be back for it later when I die again. Don't worry.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I didn't even get to check out this room last time. What?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Wait, is this game able to hear me?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yeah, Night Shark 115. Hello?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I can't speak. Night Shark 115. I don't know why I keep trying. This is pointless.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where are all the doors? Hello? I'm not going to this slideshow again. I hate
Yet
this
there was not a
slideshow.
single person here either.
Oh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What?
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
No.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I have a feeling the narrator wants me to go through the door.
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
But it's so
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
I need to get up there.
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No.
You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. There's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred